For the last 30 years, the web has been a human thing. Pages designed for human eyes, content structured for human readers, everything about it, HTML, CSS, the browsers, exists to put information in front of a person. Web pages, emails, hyperlinks you clicked because you were curious, we're all humans publishing for humans. Sure, some nerds were writing scripts to make machines talk to each other, rudimentary automations, basic crawlers, but that was a footnote. The web was built around people. Then, over the last couple of decades, a huge chunk of the internet became machine to machine. APIs, servers calling servers, microservices, the invisible infrastructure that powers your food delivery apps, your bank's fraud detection, your streaming recommendations. You never see this part of the internet. You can't. It wasn't made for you. But it was still made for you in that it existed to serve human needs through apps and services. Now, there's a third thing that's happening. AI. LLMs, search agents, training pipelines. It's consuming the web at a scale that doesn't fit into either of those two previous categories. These aren't humans browsing. They're not APIs powering an app. They are machines reading content that was written for humans, pulling meaning out of it and repurposing it. Training data, search response, summarization, and the like. And this isn't a one-time scrape anymore. AI search tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google's AI Overview are crawling pages in real time to answer queries. AI agents are browsing on your behalf. The web has become a live data source being queried continuously by machines. That's the shift. And it's starting to change what the internet is. Here's the practical side of it. Every web page you visit is built with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All of that exists to render a visual experience for a person looking at a screen. Navigation bars, footers, cookie banners, and ad containers, tracking scripts, all of it is there for the human experience. When an AI bot reads the same page, all of that is noise. It has to wade through thousands of tokens of presentational markup to get you the actual content. A page that's 16,000 tokens in raw HTML might have just 3,000 tokens of real content. That's an 80% overhead. And when you're working with context windows that have hard limits, that overhead matters. So until now, it was the AI bot's job to deal with that. The bot would fetch the HTML, strip out the junk, convert it into something usable, like Markdown, plain text, whatever, and then pass it to the model. Third-party services popped up to help, tools that clean HTML into Markdown, workarounds. All of it was on the consumer side. The AI had to do the work of extracting content from a format that was never designed for it, but was designed for humans. Now, some people saw this coming early. Over the past year or so, companies in developer-facing domains, documentation platforms, API reference sites, dev tools started offering their content as Markdown so the AI agents their users rely on could actually understand their docs without choking on HTML. It made sense. Developers are amongst the heaviest users of AI agents, so the sites serving them adapted first. I did this myself, actually. I added llms.txt and ai.txt files to my own websites, along with JSON LD structured data in the head sections of my sites, basically making it easier for AI systems to find and understand information about me without having to pass through the whole site. A lot of individuals and smaller companies were doing variations of this, but it was all manual, niche, one site at a time. Then, Cloudflare made it mainstream. In February 2026, just a few days ago, Cloudflare launched a feature called Markdown for Agents. And the reason this matters is because we're talking about Cloudflare. They handle over 20% of all global web traffic. When Cloudflare ships something, it's not a niche tool. It's infrastructure. Here's how it works. An AI bot sends a request with header accept text / markdown. Cloudflare intercepts it at the edge, converts the HTML of the site being requests to clean markdown on the fly, and returns it. No separate endpoint, no changes to the origin server, just a toggle in the dashboard. The numbers: around 16,000 tokens in HTML came down to about 3,000 tokens in Markdown with an example. An HTML heading with classes and IDs costs 12 to 15 tokens. The Markdown version costs just 3. Site owners can pick which bots get access, which paths are exposed. The response even includes a token count header so AI agents can manage their context budgets. One toggle, potentially millions of websites can now speak machine. This is the part I find most interesting. Before this, the dynamic was clear. Content existed for humans. AI came along and took that content, scraped it, parsed it, cleansed it, and repurposed it. The content creator had no role in that process. The AI did the work of making human content machine readable. Now that's flipping. The content creator is choosing to present their content to AI directly. They're opting in. They're serving a clean, machine-optimized version alongside the human version. AI isn't just a consumer taking what it can get. It's becoming a first-class audience that the content is prepared for. That's a fundamentally different relationship. It's the difference between someone photocopying your book without asking and you handing them a formatted digital copy. The content is the same. The dynamic of exchange is completely different. And the logical consequence? Content starts being made for AI, not just converted for it, written with it in mind. SEO used to mean optimizing for Google's ranking algorithm. Now it's mutating into something new. How do you rank higher in an AI-generated response? What does ChatGPT favor when it synthesizes results? How do you get surfaced by Perplexity or Claude? People are already asking these questions. Businesses are already optimizing for them. Content is being written with AI for AI based on AI search patterns. The audience for a web page is no longer just the person who might visit it. It's the model that might ingest it. I'm not here to tell you this is good or bad. I think it's more useful to just see it clearly without editorialization. The web started as a human thing. Then machines started talking to each other in the background. Now AI is becoming a primary consumer of web content, and the web is adapting to serve it. Cloudflare putting a toggle on it just made it official. The center of gravity is moving, and that is the reality. I've written about this in more detail in an article I'll link below, and it connects to a broader piece I wrote on the zero-click internet, the trend where your AI interface browses for you and you never visit the source. If this interests you, I recommend reading both. Thanks for watching. I talk a lot about technology and AI as a whole. I would love a like and a subscribe if that interests you. Bye.